Hey guys, my name is Matimo, and today I wanted to take a look at Evolved. I was fairly skeptical when I jumped into the alpha. I thought it'd be fun for a couple of hours. I mean, the premise is amazing. I love what they were going for, but after those couple of hours playing with some friends, the game would get stale. I just didn't think that there was going to be enough content there. And while there are some things that I am not too thrilled by, and I'll get to that here in a second, in general, I think that as long as they're able to deliver with what they haven't shown so far, the other monster and the other game modes, this game just has a crazy amount of potential to be fantastic. And so the first thing that I have to commend them on is that every class is fun to play and feels completely different and unique from all of the others. I assumed that I played as the medic that I would just be healing all game long. Like maybe I would have an assault rifle or something that would do some damage, but the main role that I was going to be doing the entire round was trying to look at health bars and increase them. Yeah, that's okay, and you are going to be doing that for a majority of your playtime as that class, but they've also given you other supportive items that fit perfectly with this role. You can actually play a supportive role instead of just trying to increase health bars. You get a bolt action rifle, which does do some healthy damage, but its main function is to expose the armor of the monster. And so if you are able to get a direct hit on its head or its chest, if your teammates then aim for that section of the monster, they get a nice little damage multiplier, and while you're not doing a significant amount of damage, you're helping out your team do more damage. I love the way that they've gone about the supportive classes in this game. A lot of first-person shooters have tried to attempt to have a fun supportive role, but I would say that for Evolve, they have nailed it out of the park. The medic is a blast, the supportive class is also a lot of fun as well, and it really relies on teamwork, and you need to have some cohesive gameplay here if you want to be successful. And honestly, this is the strongest aspect so far about Evolve. That being said though, it is also the weakest part about this game, because if you're playing solo and you go into a party where a bunch of people don't really understand their role, or they're completely new to the game and they have no idea what's going on, the matches are terrible. Like they're flat out terrible. They need to ensure that when the game launches that their matchmaking system is superb, because right now if you're in a lobby with people that don't know what they're doing and going against someone who does, the matches are boring. I've had rounds where every single one of the hunters knew what was going on. You know, we're all new to the game and that's to be expected. I'm not raging or anything like that. But when every one of the hunters knows what's going on and you go against a monster that is completely new, or they're just not up to the same skill level as everyone else, the match lasts maybe 2 minutes. Yeah, we got the victory, and I'm always down for a W, but if we're constantly curb stomping the monster, or in the reverse, the monster is just wrecking us, that doesn't make for the best gameplay experience. Like, I want an even match. I want it where every team is fighting for their life, and it's just this epic battle back and forth, cat and mouse, and the roles reverse, you know, halfway through where the monster gets to stage 3. That is what I'm looking for. And when those happen, like once in a blue moon, like every couple of hours, I would have one of those matches, and I could clearly see where Evolve has the potential to go. But it's like you have to crawl through the muck and the boring rounds after boring rounds to finally get that match where you do have an epic battle. And so when the game launches, I'm crossing my fingers that they're able to hammer out a fantastic matchmaking system so that you are paired with people that are around the same skill level and you can have those amazing matches. Another thing I was impressed by is that each of the monsters feels very unique. I know there's only 2 right now, and well, we would hope that they would be unique if there's only 2 of them, but the first time I fought the Kraken, I was blown away by how differently we had to approach the combat. First of all, he has these little balls that he can summon that will just stay there on the map, and as soon as you approach them, they have this really loud audible sound and they'll fly towards you. If they hit you, you'll blast across the screen, they'll push you back. And I noticed that when we were going toe-to-toe with the Kraken, he was using a strategy to slowly whittle us down. He wasn't able to outright just bum rush us like the Goliath would. Like the Goliath does not have the option to like slowly whittle people down. Like he's basically get in there, do as much damage as possible, and hopefully come out of that firefight alive. Like, that's basically how the Goliath works. But the Kraken is more of a finesse creature. You're going to want to snipe people from a distance. He has an ability that if it hits the enemy, it will push them across the screen. It will separate them from each other. And it was just a completely different playstyle from what you would expect from the Goliath. This is the reason why I have hope that Evolve could be an amazing title. We're still waiting on that third monster, and that is going to be important. As long as they're able to make it unique from the others, that is going to be a great step in the right direction. But also, we need to learn more about the game modes. I mean, the game mode that we're playing right now is great, and I think what really sold me on it is that when I did fight against another monster, it changed things dramatically. Like, I felt like I was playing a different game mode entirely. So learning that and knowing that there is going to be other game modes that I'm assuming are also going to change depending on what monster you're going against or what they entail, it gives me hope that this game is going to be worth the money that they're asking for release. We're gonna have to wait and see, and I'm not promoting that you pre-order the game. I'm not gonna pre-order the game, but I am crossing my fingers, and I do have some optimism that they are going to be able to nail this out of the park, and it is going to be a phenomenal product. Another thing I do have to critique them on, though, other than the matchmaking system, is that I was having a hard time maintaining a solid frame rate. I've got a pretty solid PC. I mean, it's not amazing. It's not like a $2,000 super rig with liquid cooling or anything like that, but it's a good PC. But I was having some difficulties maintaining a 60 frames per second. There were a lot of times when I was dropping down to like 45. I'm not sure if it's all on my end. Maybe I need to upgrade a couple of parts on my PC. But I'm hoping, and I'm assuming this is the case because this is the alpha, they just haven't optimized everything. I am crossing my fingers that that is the reason why, because it was detracting from my experience a little bit. I usually like to sit pretty at 60 frames per second. That's how I enjoy games on PC, and to have it dipping down constantly was detracting from it a little bit. Overall, though, Evolved has just a crazy amount of potential. As long as they're able to create and hash out a robust matchmaking system, if the other game modes are fun and aren't just shoved to the side, I'm hoping that's not the case, and the third monster provides unique combat, this game has the potential to be fantastic. I'm hoping that they're able to deliver with all of their promises. Like I said earlier, I was very skeptical about this game, but from what I've seen, it really could be a phenomenal new shooter. But yeah, guys, that is about it for today's video. Let me know what you think about Evolved. Have you been enjoying your experience so far? Is it not your cup of tea? Let me know down below in the comments. But until tomorrow, have a good one and take it easy.